All right, hello and welcome to another Textbroker tutorial. Today I will be walking you through how to create and sign up for your freelance author account. So getting started, we're going to go to textbroker.com and from our homepage, hit either of the blue buttons that say sign up or sign up now for free. From there, you'll have two options which can be a little bit confusing. The first is asking you if you'd like to be a client, second being an author. If you're watching this video looking to write content to earn money, you are signing up as an author. If you are somebody looking to place content and have it written for you, we are more than happy to help, and I'm happy to see you here. You'd be signing up as a client. So, since we are signing up as authors for this video, we will hit sign me up as an author. And from here, you will notice there are a couple requirements that are worth making note of. The first being you have to be a United States citizen currently living in the United States. And there are two caveats to this. If you are a United States citizen not living in the US, you must have registered while you were located in the United States. Second, if you live in the United States but are not a citizen, you must be both a permanent resident and be somebody who can legally work in the US. So if you meet those two requirements, you're set and ready to go. If you're not sure if you meet those requirements, send us an email at authors@textbroker.com. It's always better to ask before you make your account. That way we can get you as much information as possible. So second, you have to make sure you are 18 years or older. While we do appreciate the drive and zeal of our younger authors wanting to get started, unfortunately, you must be 18 years or older. And if you're not, we hope you consider us when you are. Finally, make sure your VPN and proxy software is all turned off. We use IP addresses as a way to verify where you're logging in from and that you're in the United States. A VPN or proxy software will disguise that IP address to us, making it impossible to know where you're located and if it's you who's logging in. So as a precaution, when our system sees a login that's not from your IP address or is from a skewed IP from a VPN or from a proxy, it will immediately block the account out of safety. You will have to reach out to us to get it unblocked, and then we will go through the process of making sure your account's secure, and then you'll be set. So just make sure that information is set and it's all turned off. And if you have Apple products, it's also worth keeping in mind that Apple products do come installed with a VPN on them, as well as a secondary product called a private iCloud relay, which acts as a VPN. So just make sure those two settings are turned off if you're using an Apple device, and you will be set to go. Next is your profession and field of study. This is going to be what you think describes you best. If you are a pre-med student and you've only worked as a cashier for a year, don't feel like you have to put cashier because that's your job. Feel free to put you're a pre-med student. If you were an engineer for 40 years of your life and you recently retired to work on wood crafting, you can put engineer or woodcrafter, whatever you think fits you as a person and you want us to categorize you as, let us know, because we'll look at that profession. And if we have somebody who needs an architect expert, we'll look for people who have architect as their profession. Just put whatever you think best describes you. I'm going to put communications specialist. There we go. And bottom of how did you hear about us is a pretty straightforward box. I'm just going to put YouTube or social media for the sake of the video. And then expertise is going to be a little bit different than your profession and field of study. These are things that you are interested in, have a hobby in, but not necessarily are professional about. These are things that you would like us to know you have an interest and a knowledge on, but they're not necessarily your main profession or field of study. So for instance, I'm a communication specialist, but I have a deep love for movies. I love my pets. I love news because I was a political science major. And I also enjoy, literature. I love reading and I enjoy the internet. So I selected 5 little tags there. And these tags are going to be used in addition to my profession. So if there's a client who says, hey, we're doing a social media project, could you please help us find some authors who are really good at communicating, but also have a focus on pets? We're a pet social media. We're going to look for authors and go, oh, look, this author is a communication specialist. Let's go look at their expertise tags. Okay, they like entertainment, news. Oh, perfect, pets. So we would be more likely to pick this author for that specific project as opposed to an author who had nothing on here. It was blank. They didn't have any tags, or maybe they had one tag. So just take your time and fill these out with things that apply to you and interest you so we have a better idea of who you are. After that, we are going to put our information down here to create our account. And when making your password, just remember it must not use your email address, has to have 8 characters, and must meet 3 of the 4 criteria, which is 1 capital letter, 1 lowercase letter, 1 number, or 1 special character. So I'm going to get my password in there real quick. And then finally, make sure you select the boxes here saying you agree to our terms and conditions and our privacy policy, and that you agree that Textbroker or Textbroker's payment processor will send you your annual 1099 and any other tax-related forms via email or as an account download. Once you're all set, hit sign up, and there you go. Next thing that's going to happen is an email is going to be sent to your inbox, and we're going to go check for that. As you can see, it just appeared up there. And from here, it's going to ask us just to click on this simple little link. If your link does not hyperlink like this, just highlight it, hit copy, and then paste it into your browser and go. Your author account has now been activated, and we can now log in. So we are going to go log in. Make sure you select author login because you're not a client. Hit author, and we're then going to put in our information. And there we go. So once you have verified your email and logged in, the first step will be taking this 10-step quiz. Just 10 questions that are testing you on grammar, some style things, and some basic rules of writing. So I'm going to take that real quick, and I will be right back because I don't want to give away those answers. All right, so I've submitted my test, and next is going to be writing my writing sample. Now, there are a couple of things to keep in mind, as these will never change and are static requirements, so keep these in mind regardless of when you're watching this video. All content that is used for your signup must be on topic to the prompts below, cannot be made from AI generated or other written content, and you must follow the format directions below. These instructions will not change, and if they do, we will let you know, but you must always follow one of our own topics, write the order yourself without the help of AI or somebody else's work, and follow the format we have outlined. If you do not follow the format, you pick a topic that we did not outline for you, or we find that you used AI or plagiarized some work, your account will be rejected. But if not, you're set and you're ready to go, and we will rate your order. So getting started with our current sign up, we currently have 3 prompts to pick from. One is, what do you believe is the most compelling form of media? The next being, what upcoming movie are you looking forward to this year? And the final being, what is your favorite part of your home? And for the format, we are asking for 250 to 300 words. Now, it is fine if you go slightly over this word requirement, but please do not go more than 100 words over. Following word counts is not only part of the sign-up sample, but is also an important part of orders once you're writing for Textbroker. Our clients have very specific word counts because that's what their page needs. So it's important that you follow these word counts at least somewhat closely. If you get 302 words, that's fine. But 3,002 words, that's a little much. And you're also going to need some HTML coding, but don't worry, it is easier than it sounds. And you click on this link here and it'll actually show you all of what you will need. It's our own personal Textbroker guide to HTML. And it's going to show you all of the stuff you need, like strong tags, bullet lists, headers, and all that kind of good stuff. Also talks about how you can do italics, how you can make list items, hyperlinks, and all that good stuff. And then you will see for tone, style, and voice, this is supposed to be professional but engaging. You must write in American English. Unfortunately, all of our orders are also in English, so we will not have any Spanish orders, German orders. So please make sure that your sample is also in English. And you may write in the first or third person, just make sure you are consistent throughout. If you're going to open it saying, I love this movie and I think this movie is amazing, halfway through, don't switch it to, one would think this movie is great and one would say that this movie is enjoyable for everyone. Just keep it consistent. And there are a couple other links here. We have a little blog here about what is filler and how you can avoid it, as well as a link to our style guide. This style guide is similar to AP if you've ever worked with the Associated Press, but there are some minor differences that we use for our own platform. There's no need to go through and read this word for word, but I would highly, highly recommend bookmarking it, keeping it nearby. And whenever you have a question about punctuation, SEO, quotations, you can use this little table of contents, click on it, and go find what you need. And then same over here, you have a fluff article that teaches you about filler, how to avoid it, what counts as filler, and good stuff like that. So just something to keep in your bookmark tabs, in your saved pages, just something to help you with your process. So I'm going to quickly write a sample and then I will be right back. All right, so I have created just a little order here. It does not follow one of the prompts, but it's just some sample text to show you. Now, the first thing you'll notice is that for the HTML, it is required that you write it directly in the box. There are some tools once you are accepted onto the platform, but we do like to test your ability to manually write HTML, as some of our orders will require more than what our toolbox allows. So I have this all ready, and before I submit, I want to make sure my HTML looks good. So I'm going to highlight it, and I'm going to go to this website that we recommend for our authors, jsonformatter.org/HTML validator. We're going to post our content here and then hit run. And we will see that our link is messed up somewhere. However, our headers all work. And we can see our link does not appear to be working. Oh, because I didn't do equal. There we go. So that's the benefit of the JSON formatters. It does let you see where you mess something up. So there I forgot to put equal. Now my hyperlink is formatted. I can take this, copy it, come back here, paste it again, and I have my fixed sign up, and I'm going to hit submit text. Next, our team is going to rate the sign up, so I'm going to go and grab mine real quick, and I will show you the final steps once you've been rated. All right, so I've accepted my sign up, and you'll notice there are 2 new emails from Textbroker. The first is when you log in for the first time, you will get this login from new device email. This information should be correct, but it can sometimes be a little off. Just make sure it matches the time you created your account and when you logged in, and you'll be all good. So this was me, clear it. And then my next email says I've been fully activated, which is a little misleading. What's actually been done is your account's been rated. So as you can see, we have rated my writing sample. I'm going to be a 3-star author. And my next thing is going to be registering with Payoneer. So I'm going to go back to my account and refresh. And from here, I'm going to go to account, my user data, and then at the bottom, there's a box for Payoneer. You're going to hit create one now from this box only. You cannot create a Payoneer account on their website and link it to us later. It is only able to be linked from this specific link. So hit create one now. It's going to load up and it's going to ask you to sign up. I'm not going to go through all of this because this is a test account, nor do I want to publicly share any of this information. So what you will do is you will go through all of this. Once you are done, it is going to say here that you have signed up for Payoneer, and then it's going to ask you to submit a W-9. That W-9 will either be sent to your email, and it should be sent relatively quickly, but if you do not get that email, this link here is going to be replaced with submit your tax form. So if you don't get the email, just come here and click on submit tax form, fill it out. Once we approve your W-9, you will be all set. And when you are all set, your account is going to look something like this. You will notice you have more tabs here. So to get started, your assignment tabs will have all of your assignment. Down here are our open orders. As you can see, all our 3-star orders have been taken already, but there are some 4 stars. On team orders, you will find teams. The apply for casting call teams tab is a list of teams that are currently looking for authors. And if you're ever looking for teams that may not be on there, you can always go to the forums, author to author talk, and I will post when we need special authors. For instance, we needed an animal experienced author. And down here, we also needed one for technology. So those are places you can check for work. And then once you've started to develop a relationship with either a team or a client, they will be able to send you direct orders. So it's pretty simple getting started with your account. It's just going to be that part of making your account, verifying your email, submitting your sample, waiting to be rated, and then creating that Payoneer account. From there, you can look at our other tutorial on how you can create orders using Textbroker's order box. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to let us know. If not, we will see you in the next video.